Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Metroid Prime 1. We're doing it again. I had a feeling this would end up being a 5-parter because I didn't want to rush it. I really wanted this to be a casual playthrough where we read through the details and all that fun stuff. But if anything, one stream was going to end up being roughly... Don't mind me, I'm just checking. Good. If anything, one stream was probably going to be roughly an hour, maybe a little bit longer, and I would have just horsed around afterwards. But my internet connection took that into its own hands yesterday. Luckily, immediately after we saved. So that was cool. Or at least that's when I realized. I think it was down for a few minutes before that, because I'm not sitting in front of that monitor over there, so I didn't know. All I saw was the chat was spinning and spinning and spinning. And it wouldn't load. I'm just like, gee, that's weird. Ah, fuck, I can't. Speaking of that, I can't reach my iPad. There we go. Okay. So it is what it is, you know. That was the first time I've had internet issues since the infamous, you know, as you guys know, I had intermittent issues from like September through the end of October. I thought I fixed them, and then I had to take like I think it was a break for 3 weeks in November because I had a lot going on. Or no, it was December, November into December. Yeah, that was it. And I thought I fixed it. And when I came back, it was god awful. It was worse than it ever was. And then I had a saga where I switched internet providers, and it was actually worse with the new provider because they had an issue like 2 blocks down that was interfering with. It's a whole long story, but that was the first time I've had any issue. If I have issues once every 6 months, that's fine. Let's hope yesterday was just a blip on the radar. It's not the end of the world. We still got like an hour, 10 minutes in, so that's fine. And now we probably got about two 2-hour-ish streams left. So cool, let's do it. Oh, just let it soak in. Just let it soak in. Just let it soak in, Whooper. Just let it soak in. Anyone else here? Did anyone else want to let it soak in? Let's see. Tingle, let it soak in. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is what it's all about. Okay. Anyway. I should probably get my, you know, probably get my shit up here. So I can actually monitor the chat. That's the way we're going. Excellent. Oh, did it not save the... Fuck? That's opening. Did it not save me doing whatever I needed to open this door? No, it did. It did. Hello? Thank you. Getting nervous there. Alright. You know, one thing I've observed while playing this game, I'm always in awe of how awesome the game looks while I'm playing Metroid Prime Remastered. I want to be abundantly clear on that. But, like, I don't... Like, I mean, if I were to put them side by side, I would notice a difference. Obviously. But I I feel like I'm playing remastered right now. Dead body. There it is. And like, I mean, this just looks so good. Like, it's very clearly not in HD. But like, I don't feel any different playing this game. Like, you know, when you play pretty much any other remake, for the most part, you're just like, oh yeah, man, like, this game, this is great, but like, the remake really makes it look modern. Like, this looks modern! Like, this looks great! This game's fucking phenomenal. It was way ahead of its time. Holy shit, I actually hit it. Like, that's one thing I've noticed while doing this, because, again, of course, I've played this every year. Almost every year. Of my life, since I was, like, at least 14 or 15. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, so maybe I'm just used to it, but it just feel like this doesn't feel any different to me. Like, it just doesn't. Like, this is high quality to me. Aquadrone. Die. This one, I believe. I'm so bad at video games. That's it. It's just checking. Yep, we're good still. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, this game, more so than any other game I've ever played, it was ahead of its time. Graphically. Specifically graphically, I've played plenty of games that gameplay-wise or impact-wise, whatever you want to call it, were ahead of their time. But I cannot think of one, more so than this one, that was just graphically ahead of its time. Like I said, you could have released Metroid Prime in its base GameCube state on Switch, and I feel like it would have sold just the same. Aqua Pirate. Space pirate, but they can breathe underwater. No, not really. Exoskeletons oh, I'm fried about. So they were straight up modified, like physically modified? Jeez. Using modified thruster packs and gravity suit technology, the space pirates have armor suits for use in liquid environments. Thermal tracking is still very useful against these. See, this is stuff that's why, like I've been saying, like I have to do a playthrough like this eventually. And here we are doing it. Wrong button. He's gonna fire at me, you fucking scrubs. Die. You're dead, okay. That's over with. What the fuck am I doing? Am I stupid? There we go. Nice. Maybe I am. I probably am. Also, ladies and gentlemen, heads up, I'm on very low sleep tonight. Luckily, this is a game where that really won't show that much, especially on a casual playthrough. So thank God for that. Like, I slept, like, I got to like, we didn't just have the slept like shit issue last night. Dead body. We had, you got to bed late and slept like shit issue last night. I'll get into that in a sec. Aqua sac will burst when subject to impact or trauma. Believed to be in the same family as the sap sac, this plant has similar features. It will burst when exposed to force. This protective response keeps most creatures from feeding on it. Not Samus Aran, though. She'll blow it up indiscriminately. Anyway, yeah, it had an absolute dog shit night of sleep, because so pinball finals was last night for the season. I didn't play like complete ass, but I just didn't play good enough, and I'm just like, man, I haven't, and of course I haven't played as much, like, it's summer, like, I be doing shit and whatnot, you know, I've been outside more. Like, normally, I play pinball twice a week. Even if it's just for, like, a half hour, like, I will get up there to the place where I play it, and I will, you know, but I haven't done that in at least 2 months, I think. I just haven't. I just have not had time, because I've been doing stuff. And it showed this season. So I stayed late, because I'm just like, I need some practice. And I had some bad games even then, but I had some good ones. It felt good. I didn't... By the time I got home, it was like 10:30. Didn't fall asleep, because I was wired from playing pinball and driving, of course, until like a little after 11:30. And then I was up at one point for like 40 minutes for some reason, because my body doesn't like to let me sleep. Anyway, this is a gel zap. Probably has an easier time sleeping than I do, despite the fact that it doesn't appear to have eyes or anything that would allow it to, like, lay down. Aquatic predator made of electrically bound skeletal halves. Yeah, I bet he still sleeps better than me. The gel zap's brain is located in the upper half of its body, while the heart and digestive tract occupy the lower half. Like, this, there's no reason to know this, but they put it in the game anyway, and I love that shit. It makes the world feel so alive. Give me some of that in Metroid Prime 4. I want just as much, if not more. Top of the food chain. Are you sure about that? I think I'm the top of the food chain. Here we are. As we know, we cannot go up here. Not yet. Ow. It's almost time for that first run, fellas. Let it all soak in. I mean, we can go up here, there's just nothing we can do. That's when we go on our... Right after this is when we go on one of our, you know, stretches of collecting shit. Then we get one more item, and then we go on another stretch of collecting shit. And then that's pretty much the final run after that. Whee! Die. Intense radiation detected. Access to Phazon Mines East granted. Please step into the hologram. Into the rot we go. Always love these explosive barrels here. No need to have them there, but they're just there. If you're observant, you see them. Get a little boost there. Because why not? Phazon Mines. Lots of fun and shit to be... Lots of fun and shit to be had? What? Lots of fun to be had and shit to be scanned here, for sure. Mega turret. Just a stronger turret, essentially. Takes more missiles to bring her down. They really locked up their save. This is like the coolest save station. Like for some reason, like this needs to be here. And then there's just this, and you got your own little like fish tank with it and whatnot. Like that's sick as hell. You know? Like that's awesome. It's such a weird fish tank too. Like whose idea was this? Like this shape, like this bend in the wall. Those fish don't seem to like being in there, that's for sure. Mustard on the beat, ho. What am I doing? I'm supposed to go up here first. Have I played this game before? Top of the morning. Here I'm stuck on something. Oh, there's probably a ledge above me. What you? And you're stuck too. You're just running in place, bro. Top of the morning. Give me as much shit like that in Metroid Prime 4 as possible. I want to be jump scared as much as possible. I want it to. I want that game to feel like a horror game halfway, like almost like a horror game. Like I want to feel it, you know? I want to feel it. And I mean, of course, all three of these games, especially Prime 2, for Christ's sake. Prime 2, you could honestly, you could classify that as a horror game and definitely not be wrong. Crane controls now active. I want to see a lot of that in Prime 4, though. Like, I like the bright, colorful areas, too. But give me some, like, areas like that corridor with the Metroids in Prime 3, or like when you're going through the Phazon pits in this game, or just the entire dark aether of Prime 2. Hell, even other aspects of Prime 2. Like, I want as much of that in Prime 4 as possible. I want it to stay true. Of course, I want it to be modern, so it'll appeal to a modern audience, but I want it to stay true. Much like Kirby Air Riders. Tweaks have been made for quality of life improvements, but that game is a true one-to-one of its predecessor, and it's awesome. Do the same with Prime 4, assuming it exists. It's a bold assumption these days. Maybe the real Metroid Prime 4 was the friends we made along the way. Now that disables them, right? Yep. Malfunction because I killed them. Do I even need that? Yeah, you do. That's right. Brain fart. Senior moment. Jeez, back up, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wave Trooper. Such a weird concept when you think about it, because watch this. Oh, hold on, we can't scan. Get close, buddy. There you go. Not that close. That is not exactly what I had in mind when I said get close. Anyway, a new creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology, Wave Trooper. Space pirate armed with wave beam technology. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo design originals, but are still quite potent. I think that's crazy. Like, they somehow made themselves weak to, and they don't even fire wave beams. Dude, you're standing on each other. What the fuck? But like, they don't even fire like, watch, that's not a wave beam. Here, fire something. See, that's not a wave beam. What are you talking about? All they did was make themselves weak to my specific beam. And that's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it could make sense. They just don't explain it at all, really. Top of the morning. That was white. Yeah, I thought it was blue. All right. Recommended battle systems for elite pirates are as follows: shoulder-mounted plasma artillery cannon, repulsion shield, wavequake projector, energy siphon system, and retractable wrist bayonets. New lore. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The Phazon infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Sclera made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a Phazon strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo Phazon with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. I think this spawned another Metroid Prime 4 discussion, but give me one sec. Platform systems active. I want Prime 4 to like strike... I want it to be kind of like Prime 3 in terms of like how the story is presented and like human interaction, but like tone it down a little bit, make it less human like give it like a 50% that type of thing as like part of the plot. And other than that, I want to experience it all through scans. You know, again, double down on your formula. That's what we want to see. Of course, maybe give it a little more story, like maybe make it like 65-ish% like Metroid Prime 3 and the other 35% like, you know, just straight lore like this game. Like no dialogue whatsoever. But yeah, I forgot to scan the thing. Whoops. That's what I want, you know, just a healthy balance. Something that, because some people might just not do that then. Oh, here we are. Security alert, all stations. This is the one I was thinking of when I was in the Phendrana region. Bioform Samus Aran has made planetfall on Talon 4. The Hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aran on site. Terminal force is authorized. Report all sightings of Aran to Security Command at once. She's the friggin' boogeyman. She's like Luke Skywalker to the Empire. Yeah, that's what I want to... I know a lot of people... I shouldn't say a lot of people didn't like it, because Metroid Prime 3 is a very loved game. But a lot of people thought it didn't feel like it was Metroid feel. I think it's just fine. And honestly, I think it's a good direction for the series to go in, to modernize it. And, you know, get it in more people's hands. People like dialogue. People like story. You know, don't overdo it. Again, stick to your formula. What you did, you know, what got you to where you were and what this game's known for. Like, don't deviate too much, but, you know, sprinkle in, advance a little bit. That's what I want to see. Power Trooper. These guys are the most annoying of these because you can't freeze them. You can't stun them. You can't do that with the Plasma Troopers either, but the Plasma Beam is just OP, so it doesn't matter. Space Pirate armed with Power Beam technology. Space pirates have, as we know, yep, a flaw in their design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own weapon system. Yep, it's the same thing, it's just power instead of... Ah! Jeez. Controller's going haywire. What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? There we go. I think I need to move my iPad over a little. I think that's what caught it. Alright. Shield pulse beam online, yep. Let's rotate this bad boy. Hell yeah. I do not give a shit. Not on this difficulty. Nice if I press the right buttons. That's probably the worst you'll see from me for my mental gaffes today, just me not pressing right buttons. I meant to, or maybe I just won't switch to the right beam. Thought I switched to power beam there, apparently not. I would just die. Y'all got a phase on leak there. Third time's... I should be shot. I was gonna say, where was he? It seems like he jumps in later in this game. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I was on the right beam. Alright. Please step into the hologram. Goodbye. Here we go, folks. It is time. The big bads, ladies and gentlemen. The Elite Pirate. Phazon Enhanced Space Pirate. Incredibly strong, armored, and well-armed. Elite Pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well-armed, the Elite Pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. And you can just kill them with 2 super missiles in this game, on this difficulty. Let's take them out first, then we'll scan the room. I believe there's a lot to scan in this room here. Gotta scan one of these bad boys. This is an ice trooper. It's gonna say the same thing again, yep. Easiest one to defeat because they just freeze. Alright, let's get scanning. Phazon Nutrient Vat Elite Pirate Ration Process in progress. There we go. Oof. Be careful I sit. There goes the neck again. Security command issued an all points alert after the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns Bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid. Hominid, I think that is, and is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. So this is literally right after they first met Samus Aran. Like, this is the first time she kicked their fucking ass, I believe, canonically. And they are on the ropes about her, as they should be. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impermeable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent lifeform readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicates that a massive creature is gestating in there. You could have just said is alive in there. Absorbing enormous amounts of Phazon from the Phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposits of Phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. Don't forget about these ones. Consumption of elite nutrient mix by non-elite units is strictly prohibited. Failure to comply will result in a 50... Yeah, but they already ate the food, so like it's not, they didn't lose their rations then if they ate enough of it.
Recording to logbook.
The science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal. Oh, this is the funny one. Based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. You gotta love it. I don't know if they intended for that to be humorous, but I find it humorous. Where the fuck is... There it is. Clipping anything's a war these days. Good grief. Okay. Couple more up here, I believe. At least one. Nope, just little scans. Let's see what we got. Plasma artillery cannons is complete. Weapons are fully functional, but a flaw has been discovered. Subpar thermal shielding gives them a high heat signature. This could make them easier to target for enemies with enhanced vision capabilities. That's me. Security alert. Computer systems compromised. Bioform Samus Aran has cracked our systems. The hunter can access our systems at will. Yep, I'm doing it right now. And is able to bypass most of our security programs. Use manual locking systems when possible. Facility commands request for elite pirate transfer to security forces granted. Prepare units EPG-8644 and EPG-8656 for field duty at once. Should be some... yeah. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo rune sites. As we know, we've experienced it. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Skill issue. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere. Brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing. Only to be followed by another attack. Science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. You say so, man. I mean, technically I killed them too. Report any signs of ration rejection by elites. What are you going to do? Punish them? Analysis continues on these cursed runes and the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to strange artifacts that belong in the temple. But we are no closer to finding them, or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of this ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for a resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. Yeah, this is a heavy room. Love this little thing here, just like this little command. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's a heavy one. And this is a room you would spend like 3 minutes in at most if I was like running this game. Otherwise, like we've been in for what, for 20 minutes now? Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who we believe are extinct. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly runes. Why the animosity, bro? What did they do to you? The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. That's a bar. That's a very evil, like, sinister bar. That is fucking awesome. Oh, I love this game. That spawned a different conversation for me, though. I'll get to that if I remember it when I finish reading these lores. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking. Force field offline. And one more. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the locations of the Chozo artifacts skill issue until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. I never thought so. Of course, I never really thought about it, but like, yeah, like, if the pirates were onto this, that would make sense, because of course it's in Chozo language, but Samus knows Chozo, so therefore, and of course her thing can translate that no problem. Space pirates are shit out of luck. But anyway, with that first one I thought of, I would love to see... Now, of course, they're not fully extinct. As we know, we did see one in Dread. I want to say might have seen another one here or there, but no, we've mostly just seen the Chozo in Dread. Mostly in Dread. I would love to go back to a point before, like, give me like a Samus Aran origin story, because why the hell not? Like, of course she won't be as badass, she probably won't be in her power suit yet, but like, come on. Clipped his ass. I don't even need to walk on, I'm him. Is there one alive somewhere? Nope, didn't think so. Okay. Not as long in this room. EPG 8702, Batch 1, Field Designation Elite Pirate. Cryopod damaged, immediate maintenance required. Not ideal for them. Or for me in about 10 minutes. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential overdependence on Phazon. That would be the elite pirates. Top of the morning. All right, here we go. I'll get some jackass. Come on. What was the easiest way to do this? I think this locks on. As y'all know, I used to exclusively come here with the Wave Buster, but obviously that's not the fastest route. I also can't hit this guy this time. There it goes. Kerblooey. Yay, little maze time. Shout out to Mario Party 5 on this one. Real ones know. Y'all know what minigame I'm talking about. Y'all know. Y'all know. If you're a real one, you know. I went the wrong way. I'm not a real one, apparently. Whee! Like, of course, it's not designed the same. That minigame changes paths. You know, like, the paths change as you go. But, like, it invokes the feeling, you know? Because, you know, when I first got this game... Wait, am I stupid? Went the wrong way again. Holy fuck. Getting too old for this shit. Ah! Like, based on when I got my GameCube, like, I probably played that game and this game for the first time, like, right around each other, roughly. So, like, yeah. Of course I'm gonna link the two together. I'm gonna stream Mario Party 5 one day. It'll be a group thing, mark my words. It'll be a blast. I fucking love Mario Party. There's not a bad minigame on that game. I mean, there are. Some of the 1 versus 3 suck. But not most of them are good. Other than that, like, the 2v2s are bangers. All of the 4-player ones are bangers. You can't go wrong with that game. Power bomb acquired. Hell yeah. I'm moving like Oppenheimer. I have no reason to go that way. Nor do we have any reason to go that way. So let us... Yeah, this is the way forward, yeah. You know, that's the save station. Well, we don't really need that. Let's just get out of here. I'm kind of curious what these two computers say. The keeping of pets has been suspended until further notice. Domestic beasts have been deemed highly susceptible to Phazon madness and are thereby a hazard to personnel. All Gronk bats and all baps must be disposed of immediately. Failure to comply will result in the loss of pay for a cycle and reduced rations. I did not know space pirates kept pets. The entire shift of Dynamo workers has been transferred following bouts of Phazon madness. Units have reported a science team for use in laboratory studies and the new elite pirate program. Their dementia will make them adequate training adversaries for the elite team. These guys are fucking ruthless, man. Holy shit. What am I doing? Oh, that's the way. Now let's make sure we don't use any of our bombs here. We need all 3, otherwise we'll get stuck in a bad spot that I hate being in. And that would be one spot before the, one spot before the grapple beam, and your short one. That was weird. Uh-oh, someone broke out of his cage. Look, I saw that coming. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I do have to scan the... That's what that red scan was up there. Plasma artillery cannon. Unit has extreme thermal signature due to lack of shielding. Cannon connected to energy siphon systems to augment performance. Avoid beam weapon fire when energy siphon unit is active. Die. Huh. You took a little bit more. I mean, they really fall with a thud. And I feel like they don't fall with that much of a thud in the remaster. It's just objectively funnier to see them fall with that thud. Okay, so one of them we need is here. Cheap viewers. Boy, I'll take some cheap viewers. Goodbye. These nuts. I'm gonna deal with you fuckers again. Y'all are scrubs. You aren't worth my time. This is the other elevator, right? Yeah. We don't want that elevator. That elevator is boring. Oh, fuck. Nobody uses that elevator. Nobody ever goes that way. I'm him. Just pure luck. Pure luck is all that was. It's all that was. Pure luck. What the fuck am I doing? Why'd I go that way? Wait, what am I doing? Oh, right, yeah. No, I remember. Yes. I need... to jump. Yes. Why the fuck did I go the other way? Is that it? I believe that's it. Yep, that's it. Oh, wait, no, it's... Oh, wait, yeah, fuck me. Yeah, that's it. Just gotta rotate the others now. I'm fucking dumb. That's such a crazy thing, too. Like, it invites you to leave, like, more than once. Like, you could just go through here and not think anything of it. And you could also, exit the other way, I believe. But, like, there's something you need in here. So you may have to backtrack if you don't know better. Oh yeah, we on top, baby. We on top. Grapple beam! That's... Oh, she's so cool. Like, did you see that? She's so fucking cool. She's Nintendo's Shadow the Hedgehog, just the coolest fictional character to ever exist. Like, well, Shadow still is, but like, hopefully by the end of Prime 4, I can confidently say that, like, it's a tie at the top between Samus and Shadow. Right now, Samus is a close second. Down the garbage chute. It was always kind of crazy to me that, like, you get, like, the stuff you have at the beginning. You get back most of it. Hi. Hello. You get back most of it almost immediately. But the grapple beam, it takes a while. And another thing with this game is it's kind of crazy. Like, I never... As a kid, games always feel longer than they actually are. Like, at the time, like, I thought Super Mario Bros. 3 and, like, Kirby's Adventure and what else? Like, I thought Mario 64 was a long game. I'm just looking at my wall. They were playing... Like, I thought this was a long game. But, like for me, 2 to 3 days to beat a game was a long time. Now, that's pretty short. Yeah, no, that's like... What was I going on about with this? There was a point I was trying to make. What was it? Oh yeah, specifically this area of the game. You get Power Bomb, Grapple Beam, and the X-Ray Visor. All within like a span of like 15, 20-ish rooms and like 10 minutes of gameplay. That's kind of crazy. Because they're important, especially like the grapple beam and then you get the plasma beam like right after. It's kind of crazy that you just get that much shit right at once at the end there. And it really, those are the ones that really open the world up. Like, this is collectathon time almost. Speaking of which, how's that for timing? We're right at the midway point, just as we finish our phase on Mines Run. That is beautiful timing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me 5. Go do some errands quick. I'll be right back. We back in it. Let's do it. Time for quite a bit of collecting. Trying to think where we would end. It's kind of hard to say where we would end up once we finish today. I'm gonna say like right around plasma beam acquisition, maybe a little after, because there's not much to scan. A lot of rooms we're gonna be visiting here are rooms we visited. It's tough to say. I could see us finishing the Phendrana like pickups run too. It's quite possible. Tis quite possible. Ass cheeks. There's that alpha aquatic predator. I guess I should just kill them instead of, you know, horsing around. like having fun and whatnot. I missed. He missed! Haha. I got that before I was supposed to. No, I'm delaying the inevitable. One of my least favorite parts, specifically in Prime Remastered, because for some reason I struggle with it in Prime Remastered, is coming up, but I don't remember struggling with it as much here. Of course, it's been at least a year since I've done it. But I don't remember struggling with this missile expansion as much in the other two versions of the game. Oh my god. I'm out. Which isn't necessarily surprising. You know, that happens a lot. Absolute Michi. Whatever day I end up streaming this to, like, even if I end up with more than 2 hours left after this, that is not the end of the world. I want to make that abundantly clear. Because, and I still don't know, I have some sort of, like, you know, Labor Day get-together plan, but I still don't know if it's Friday or Saturday yet. And that will depend on, like, literally all we're going to do is flip-flop the streams. Like, Star Fox Assault would be Sunday, and, Metroid Prime Conclusion would be on, come on, give me one. Metroid Prime Conclusion would be on, Saturday instead. Doing this on Saturday anyway is just an interesting idea. What the fuck, man? Come on. Because, just simply because, then I would have to, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it anyway to keep going back and forth between content, but, like, I'm gonna switch all my shit back over for, Star Fox Assault. Then the next day, I'm gonna switch it back over for Metroid Prime. Then the next day, I'm gonna switch it back over for Star Fox 64. I know, I'm whining. I'm being lazy. Fucking give me a bomb. You fucking cocksucker. Give me a bomb. We serious right now? Jeez. Alright, well, how about the water guys? They give bombs? It's unreal. Unreal. Fuck that. Royally. One wide, jackass. Jeez. Maybe we'll just do this for the next hour. That's a distinct possibility. Maybe we're just gonna be looking for a power bomb for the next hour. You gotta be kidding me. And usually this first guy will pop one out eventually. He seems to be locked to giving me missiles, though. And the other ones, like, it's like they're locked to giving me the same thing. These two keep giving me nothing. You fucker. Not ideal. You guys give shit? Apparently not. Come on, we need a bomb. Just fucking ass cheeks. Bruh. Jeez. Give me a fucking bomb. Let me advance in the game. Please. How about you? Yay! Anyway, that was also just to delay the fact that I don't want to do this missile expansion. No, I should be fine here. Because it's literally just the Prime remastered version of the game. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. No, we'll be fine here. I know what I did wrong there. See? It's just the Prime remastered version. Like, I don't know what it is about the remaster, but like... Yeah. Just yeah. That just gets me stuck on walls in this section. X-ray visor! She's so fucking cool. Okay, so we can get through that. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hi. Of course, I'm gonna farm as many of these as I can. This is a guaranteed power bomb, folks. And you see how hard it is to get those fuckers sometimes, especially when you don't have any, expansions yet. Let's wait for him to reappear, actually. That way we get a guaranteed third back. Hell yeah. For Bluey. What? Oh, no, it worked. Right. I forgot those ones don't. Alright. As we know, we have a clue. In a life grove. A grove of life, specifically. It's not the right one. It's so few and far between that I actually have to... Like, I've never had to look at these. Okay, so I don't know which one's which, but you know what I mean. This, we got the clue for this. You get the point. In Primes 2 and 3, we'll probably go a little more in-depth on that, because I don't remember, like, I could not tell you off the top of my head where a single one of the, like, keys were in, 2, and I couldn't tell you where any of, like, the other, what's the collectible called, the energy cells. Couldn't tell you where any of them are in 2 or 3, off the top of my head. As I'm going, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right, or as I'm going, I'm just like, oh yeah, there's one coming up here. But I don't know those games as well. Like, those... Like, this one, I don't want to say it's a formality, but it is. Again, I have gone through this game multiple times recently. I know where everything's at. Like, I play this game constantly, as you all know. I just haven't delved into the story and the log in quite a few years at this point, even on my off-stream playthroughs that I try to do yearly. I just haven't. But I know enough about this game. But 2 and 3, it's been a while. Like, since I've... Like, again, it was just once a year-ish. And... You know, it's just... It's been so long since I have read the logs properly. Okay, let's get... I feel like this section actually isn't more open, but whatever. What are you doing? You little dance over there? Get the fuck out of here. One more. Where is he? I feel like they improved the X-ray visor. Like, I feel like I can't see as far in this game with the X-ray visor. Let's start collecting. So there's our life grove. Cool little area that's just off to the side, essentially a dead end. Cool area, though. And in Primes 2 and 3, like... Again, since I've experienced these, I have less to say about them. Since I experienced them constantly. I've streamed this game, what, twice this year or 3 times? Like, this game is fresh in my head. I will have more to say, for sure, about 2 and 3 as I'm going through it. So let's see, that's Phase on Mines. This gets me back to the Chozo runes. That's actually not a bad idea. That is probably where we should go. Actually, it's really the only place we can go. We're not going back to the Phase on Mines right now. Oh, we're not going back through here. Yeah, duh. It's the only fucking place I can go. Now, this is the point in the game where I don't really remember exactly what the fastest path is, but we're also on a playthrough where I don't really care. This will be setting up a nice 2 to 2.5 hour stream to finish on Saturday or Sunday. And I wish I could have let y'all know sooner. I apologize that I can't. But either way, Star Fox Assault and Metroid Prime, the finale, are getting streamed this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I just don't know which is which day yet. I feel confident enough to lock both of those in without a doubt. Because this would be kind of repeating myself. And this gets me... I could just go straight through Magmore Caverns now, really. Or I could do this now. I can never remember. Like, I always had a path that I went on, and now I can't remember it anymore. Actually, no, this is probably the way I went. The only weird thing is I have to come back here with the Plasma Beam eventually. To the Hall of the Elders. But whatever. There's also a Chozo lore I forgot to scan here. I'm surprised I remembered that. It's also staring me right in the fucking face, so it's not hard to miss. Or it is hard to miss, I should say. Recharge here. Never a bad idea. The fuck? Am I blind? I am. Jeez. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the Entrusted One's trial. Deep. I don't know what it even means, but that's deep. I might as well just do this while I'm here. I feel like I didn't go this way last time. I probably went straight to just Magmore Caverns now that I think about it. But that actually doesn't make sense, because I can go through here and then go to Magmore. Yeah. My wrists are killing me. They really are. Like, the Wii remote was never kind, and that's probably why. I mean, I played a ton of Wii. Again, I played a lot of Super Paper Mario. I played a lot of Smash Brawl, and of course I played a lot of this, the Wii Sports, the sports titles, you know, the Mario sports titles, Galaxy, all that. But man, my wrist just can't take it anymore. Like, it's sore. And this wrist is sore from gym, but also I think mostly pinball. I have a tendency when I'm playing, like, I really lean into it. Like, I put a lot of the weight on my arms, as I'm playing, like when I get into it, and I don't even realize it. So, like, my wrist is sore from just that. It's a habit I gotta break, because it's not good for you. Like, eventually I'm gonna cause myself, like, wrist damage or something. East Furnace Access. That reminds me, wasn't there, like, some sort of passageway here or something? Maybe right over there, I don't know. Hi. Like, I saw somebody do it once. I think. And it was fascinating, to say the least. Ah, yes, the holy ground of the furnace. And I just never knew about it. At least I think it's a thing, I don't know. I could have been, like, hallucinating or something. You're very clearly meant to go back this way, though. Like, whether I've been doing it or not, like, the game wants you to. Quite obviously, because there's so many, like, X-ray things to do on the way here, and, like, ice beam things and whatnot. Here's another one I struggle with on... Well, again, that's just me holding the control stick for no reason. That I struggle with on the remaster for no reason whatsoever, because... Like, I just don't get it. I think the physics are different, and my brain is so used to the physics of this game. Unlike the half pipes. Ooh. Thought I was gonna miss that. GG's. Okay. Open sesame. Excuse me. Okay. Finally go this way, because we can get everything over here now. All at once. Like, I want to say there's like 3 times you could come back here. Because, like, after you get the Morph Ball Bomb, there's one you can get from the jump. Like, you can just get... Oh, well, we gotta get through here first. Like, you can just get this one immediately. But then you would have to come back again after you get the Spider Ball if you want, because then there's another one up here. But then you'd have to come back again after getting the gravity suit, because there's another one in the water out there. It's just easier to get all 3 at once. Obviously. Oh, well, I almost forgot to get that one. I'm brain dead. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, I didn't go far enough. Yeah, there we are. That's actually kind of a tricky one when you think about it. Like, how many people would think to just randomly come back here and walk underwater? Give me some tricky ones like that make me explore every nook and cranny of every room. Please. I know that's the one thing I've been clamoring for nonstop, but please give me... I want so much of that in Metroid Prime 4. Like, that would be like... the perfect Metroid Prime 4. Like, something that's still within reasonable time to beat, because that's how Metroid games are. But, like, make it a really long 100%. Like, make the people really think about how, like, and then you can master it and 100% it quickly. But, like, make people think about it before they get there, you know? Okay, yeah, that was the upper area I came from. Yeah, so we're going this way now. First, we want to go... We do not want to go this way yet, under any circumstance. Right, I remember how... Because then you just loop back around. Yeah. And then you go through there, and then you get the X-ray visor. Yeah, right. Okay. So then we just go straight through here. Get the one here, loop around. Yeah. I don't know why I would take any other path, honestly. This is the one that makes the most sense. Because then you go through here, you get that stuff. And then you just... Yeah, then you just go through here. Yeah. I don't know why I would have thought anything else. At the very least, it's definitely the way the game wants you to go. Like, it is their designed path. Okay. You're gonna die for that. You might have just died already. You did. Oh boy. I did that once on stream. Now that I think about it, I launched myself back out. Like an idiot. Okay. So that's that. Let's go this way. I like this room here. It's very like the running water and like the red leaves. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. A little bit of, you know, light poking through. I think you can scan this. Yeah, you can. That's right. Water toxicity levels. I should be shot. Anyway, how are we looking? We're still looking good. Good. Looks like yesterday was, or the Tuesday was just a little bit of a blip on the radar. Lava pool. For some reason, they just have a magma pool. You know? Because why the fuck not? Why wouldn't you have a magma pool? Yep. Mustard. Also, notice today, like, I'm making less gaps with the... Like, I think I've finally... Like, that's how natural it feels. Like, learning a new control scheme for a game I have played endlessly isn't an easy thing to do. Like, it still happens once in a while, like, right there. But, like, I've been fucking up less. Ah! Overload thermal visor. New Choselor has been, yep. The power of our temple and the 12 artifacts has sealed an evil in the depths of this planet. However, the future is cloudy to us. A world of veils where dark apparitions flit in the shadows. Within this strange world, one image stands out in the mist, flickering through the landscape, wraith-like. It is a human, a lone figure shining in the toxic shadows. We Chozo do not know what it is, but our hearts swell with hope at the promise of that glowing light. We will place our faith in our shrine. We will be there when the light shines upon our land. Hold on, wait. Can I scan that one too? No, okay. Here we go, just kidding. I just gotta keep your eye on the ball. This is a fun little room here. Just a little optional side thing that you never really need to go to, but you know. They went out of their way to put a cutscene in here, make the room look really cool, have a Chozo ghost fight and whatnot. I always liked this room here. It always felt cool getting here. Oh, come on, I wanted the double kill. I wanted the double kill. I was hungry for it. Wait. Yeah, wait, I'm stupid. I gotta do it again now. Forgot the other one did this other thing. Energy tank. I remember always being disappointed that you can scan that one. It's just like right there. It's just like you want to scan it, but you can't. Screw you. Whee! Another room you could come back to a couple times. You could come back after you get the boost ball. You could come back after you get the morph ball bomb. You can come back after you get the super missile. Or you can come back after you get the gravity suit. Down this path. But of course, you know, just come back after you get all four. Samus does not care about you, Chozo Ghost. I mean, she does. She cares that you're, like, suffering and whatnot. But, you know, I'm not just gonna... She's gonna let you be, you know. You're angry spirits. She gets it. She's not gonna harm you. God. The wrist is feeling it today. I apologize. That's why I said, like, there's very few Wii games I would stream. It's probably just these. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's revisits on that list for sure. Or, you know, some party stuff here and there. But in terms of regular content, it's just this. Another thing I kind of just thought popped into my head. I could do a first, that wouldn't really mean much. Like, I would probably just turn it into like a challenge run. You just run through it as fast as I can type of thing. But I could do a first playthrough of Metroid Prime 2 on GameCube. I've never done it. I added that to my collection last year, and then a few months later I added Prime 3 on its own disc. I only ever had them for the trilogy. Not a bad idea. Plus, playing it on the cube would be a lot easier on the wrist. My wrist never... It's probably the way I sit, too. Like, I kind of have my wrist bent in a weird way as I'm pointing. But, like, I mean, how else am I supposed to sit? You know, like, this just feels right. The rest of my body feels comfortable this way. It's just my wrist doesn't. My wrist gets sore. There's our Buster. We got her. So I wanted to check something here. Quickly. If my calculations are correct, I should only have 2 Chozo lores left. My calculations are correct. It's just those 2. And we shouldn't have much pirate. There's still the one pirate one that I didn't scan on the way to the... Yeah, there's still a couple pirate ones left. 1. 2. 2 in addition to, you know... 2 in addition to the one that's there. Which, you know, we still have part of the phase on mines. It's probably where they're at. I want to make sure I get all of them. Or at least I want to try to. You know, I mean, I'm going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. I really shouldn't miss one. Not in this game, at least. You know, if I miss 1 or 2 in Echoes or Corruption, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I missed some there. But in this game, I really shouldn't. Alright, as y'all know, we had another clue in a Tower of Light. And here we are. And as of right now, my calculations are looking correct. I think right after we get the the plasma beam, that might be the spot to stop, because then we just have our Findrana run. We have to go back to the Hall of the Elders. And yeah. Then it's just second run through, like, that seems like the perfect Saturday or Sunday stream. That would take up roughly 2 hours. Then it's just our second phase on mines run and the final run. That is roughly 2 hours, might be a little longer depending, but again, there's not much left to read. You know, it's just a straight shot. I hate how that door stays shut. It's like they don't want you to use the shortcut. It's like they knew they allowed you to be able to jump up there, but they're just like, well, we're not going to let you go through anyway. Yeah, that plasma beam's gonna be a good spot to, because there's gonna be stuff we're getting on the way there, of course. That will definitely be the spot. I'll just need to find a save spot after that. I'm trying to remember where there's one in that area. There might not be one in that area. I might have to go fishing for one. Probably in Findrana somewhere. Require a little bit of backtracking, but whatever. Whatever we gotta do. This ain't no speedrun. This is reliving the game in every aspect possible. And straining my neck and wrist from the way I sit. I lied when I said every other part of my body's comfortable, because apparently my fucking neck's not. Okay. Could just save here, but that's no fun. Let's do the friggin' magma run. We got time. I got 15 minutes still. Please. We will save, though. We're just not ending it here. Just curious if you could scan those magma things there. I know where I'm going. Seismic activity, yep, yep. That's where we're heading. Right on cue. I don't remember if we got the clue for this one or not. Nonetheless, there's an artifact in there. Okay, sit up straight a little more here. Give the neck a rest. Put all that pressure on the back instead, which might be worse, but whatever. Goodbye. This is another wacky one. Like, who would ever, whoops. Like, who would ever think to just, like, look this way and expect to see, invisible pillars? Just like it's just a super wacky one. Like, again, put wacky ones in Prime 4. Fucking cocksucker. I don't know why I didn't double jump. Nope, we don't want to go down there. Let's try that again. Like, just give me some shit that's really hard to find, you know? What's the way back up? Why am I like this? Why do I get turned around so easily? There it is. Come to think of it, I actually don't need to backtrack that much for a save station. I know which one I'll go to. I know exactly which one I'll go to. Where is he? There he is. Ice spreader. I'm just buried underneath this random lava bridge for some reason. One thing I will say about this game is it's not a negative thing. It's like, you know, it's very content packed for its time, but like, you know, by the time you get some of these power-ups, like, unless you're just randomly walking around killing enemies for fun, you really don't have much time left to use them. Which is a little tragic, because they're super cool, and they got super cool names, like Ice Spreader. That's badass. Check in here just in case. Magma You're in the Magmor Caverns. Of course there's magma predator activity. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, is that one? Nope. Fires power. That's a spinner. So it just feels like it tightens up. I'm getting too old for this shit, man. I gotta hang it up. And I don't mean gaming, I just mean in general. It's time for retirement. I'm 30. I've worked long enough. I shouldn't have to do things anymore. As I walk into lava. We gotta... This is actually like the first one technically that you can get, because you really just need the boost ball, and the space jump boots. That's really all you need. But there was no reason to come up here yet, because... Geronimo! Where's my hole? Where's my hole? I can't find my hole. There's my hole. Pause. Hell yeah. Let's go get our prize. I am facing the right way, yes. Another nice thing in this game is, of course, it's not much. It's like kind of standard, especially in modern like standards. But like, you know, the quicker traversal based on the pickups you get, you know, later in the game. Like, yeah, you consider this a basic quality of life feature, but like, you know, it makes it feel like fresh. Like when you went through there before, it was a struggle. Like you had to go through certain, like, you know, you had to platform more carefully, you had to shoot down the pillars, whatever they're called. But now you can just like breeze through it, and it just feels different, even though you're technically backtracking. It's just, this game's just brilliant. Just the subtle little things. Retro Studios never misses. And that's why, if Metroid Prime 4 does exist, I know it's going to be a masterpiece. I know I keep talking about things I want from it and things I would like to see, but even if I don't get those things, I know it's going to be a flawless masterpiece. Because, you know, I've said it time and time again, Primes 1, 2, and 3, for me, it's the only flawless game series I've ever played. I cannot find, like, are there things that can be done better? Maybe, yeah. But for me, there's no direct flaw in these games. They are 3 flawless gaming experiences. There's nothing negative about any of them. Like, again, there's things that might be only decent or could be done better, but there is nothing that I would consider bad. And I could say that about other games, but I can't say that about an entire, like, trilogy or an entire series of games otherwise. Again, I love my Star Fox, but I don't like Command. Zero's not great. I love my Paper Mario, but Sticker Star exists. What did I fuck here? Oh, right, yeah. I love my Zelda. I guess I would say 3D Zelda gets as close to perfection as you can, but I think Majora's Mask has some flaws, and I love Skyward Sword, but it has some flaws, too. It's just... this trilogy doesn't have them. And Retro Studios does not miss, as long as they remain reasonably faithful to the original formula, regardless of what they add or how they change things. I know I will... It's just a question of whether or not the game frickin' exists. Come on, Nintendo. Let's figure it out. Hopefully that September 12th rumor is true. That's flying around. Again, you heard it here first. My prediction, that would be roughly 8 weeks from then, would be November 6th. That is my prediction for the release date. They'll give us a dedicated Prime 4 Direct. And of course, we already got teasers. It won't be a 45-minute thing like Air Riders was, which, of course, that's a Sakurai thing, too. That wasn't just a Nintendo. Like, Sakurai, that was just Sakurai being Sakurai. It didn't need to be 45 minutes, but Sakurai just likes entertaining the people. But, you know, it'll be like a 15-minute one, maybe going an overview of the plot a little more, which, to be perfectly honest, if it were to, in this hypothetical scenario, if they were to go over the plot, I would turn it off immediately. I've seen a little bit of the opening sequence, and unfortunately, I saw a little bit about the opening dialogue, which I didn't want to see at all. I wanted to be blind on that, so I'm kind of pissed. I haven't been watching any footage from, like, the treehouse. Like, I want to go in completely blind. I don't want to know anything. That's a huge problem with game trailers these days, and promotion. I feel like they reveal way too much. Like, just way too much. Is like, you see, like, almost the entire game before you actually play it. I don't want to see anything of the plot. If they go into more gameplay footage or show a couple more areas, I'm okay with that. But I don't want to go into plot. Even if it's not a super deep story, I want to experience that all in one shot. But this is all assuming the game exists. All right. Yeah, I forgot there's a save station right behind this. Well, that's where we're saving then. Fuck. Duh. Yeah, that's my prediction. And of course, we're getting our Mario 40th next month. There's no way they're not going to do something for that. But we'll get our Metroid Prime 4 stuff. Hopefully next month, and my prediction is release date November 6th. For reasons I've already stated, mainly because it would be the only other Switch 1 first-party title, to my knowledge, I believe, other than Pokemon Legends ZA. And I would think they would want it out before Black Friday and Christmas. I mean, they could do December, but, like, why would you put it that close to Christmas when you can just not do that? You know, that's why I'm thinking. That seems like a ripe window for me. That is my prediction. I'm going to stick to it. But anyway, I did a lot of rambling today. There's a lot of talking about this game and the future of the series that I could do on pretty much any given day, as you can tell. But yeah, November 6th just feels right. They could do it the Thursday before, but I think they'll go November 6th. I think they would rather it close to Kirby Air Riders than the other Switch 1 title that's releasing. And anything before, like early October, I think that would be too early at that point. But anyway, this is just baseless speculation. Look at that, 9 o'clock on the dot, folks. We ended it with getting our plasma beam and doing our little morph ball puzzle, one of my favorite parts in the game. So come Saturday or Sunday, as of now, I feel pretty confident that this stream to finish this will be Sunday. I feel very confident in saying that. If I get a last minute change of plans, of course, I will post it in the, of course, I will post that in the Discord and on Twitter and on Blue Sky. I still try to use that when I can. I will post that if it happens. If I have to do the Switch, but I'm fairly confident that this will be roughly 10:30, 11 a.m. Sunday. and that Star Fox Assault will be on Saturday at 1. Probably like 1 right on the dot, maybe a little late. I might have to start a little late. It's the last day of the month at work. And due to, I won't go into the full, but due to complications with, the holiday being closed, like I want to have all my ducks in a row, everything organized for when I show up on Tuesday. I might go into work for like a half hour, 40 minutes around like right when they close, which is 12. So I might be a little late, but we should be live and raring to go by like 1:20, 1:30 at the latest. But again, there's always shit up in the air these days. It's the nature of life, folks. It is the nature of life. I will keep y'all updated, but as of now, I do expect to be streaming Star Fox Assault at 1 p.m. roughly. Again, 1:30 absolute latest on Saturday, and then this game at like 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish on Sunday. Cool. I've rambled enough. My voice is tired. My wrist is sore. My neck is sore. I'm an old man. What can I say? But yeah. Once again, y'all are great. Saw a few people popping in here and there. Once again, love it, appreciate it as always. Love this game. Happy that I'm finally doing a playthrough like this on stream. Again, it was one of the first things I wanted to do as soon as I was able to stream from Retro Hardware, and now in addition to, because I've just been on a crazy Star Fox 64 kick lately, I've really been wanting to play that game lately. It's the first thing I'm doing. First big project is streaming through it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I adore this trilogy. I really do. I can't say that enough, but before I start rambling again, I'll let y'all go. And I need sleep, which I believe in myself. I think I'm going to catch up on sleep tonight. You heard it here first. I'll report back to you Saturday if I slept well or not. That'll be the first thing I report, and by that, I mean it won't be, because I'll probably forget to mention it when I start the stream. Anyway, adios, my friends.